The Davis County Mustangs play here on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Be sure to catch live online streaming of every Davis County baseball game right here on ottumwaradio.com. Previous games can be viewed on demand at ottumwaradiosports.com. Now, let's head down to the field for Mustang baseball. Here's Ellis Kojo.
And welcome back. Game 2 of our twin bill is getting ready to get started. As you see the Mustangs wearing their white uniforms out on the field to start off the nightcap. It's great to have you with us for the nightcap of our twin bill on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network. Ellis Kojo along with Corey Finch, our producer. You're listening to Nutrient Ag Solutions pregame show. Call Bob Lawson's team today. The results in your field are their first concern. Let's get right into the Pulaski Lumber starting lineups for this Game 2. If you're starting a project around the house, make sure and check with Chris and his team first for all your building and hardware needs. Once again, that's Pulaski Lumber. Caden Jones leads things off. He's at shortstop for Knoxville. Mike Hudson's in right field, batting second. Batting third in that third base is Ben Olson. Caleb Striegel will be his starting pitcher. He is batting cleanup. Batting fifth is Carter Bailey in center field. Batting sixth at first base, Kyle Ramsey. R.J. Roberts will be the second baseman. He bats seventh. Batting eighth is the DH Evan Eck. And batting ninth and left field is Logan Clark.
First up for your Knoxville Panthers is number 3, Holton Jones.
They will face the big left-hander Caleb Wagler, who comes home with the first pitch fired well inside. For ball one, and we are underway. First pitch thrown at 7:36. And now the 1-0. Hit the other way foul to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So again for Knoxville, Jones at short, Hudson in right, Olson at third, Striegel pitching, Bailey in center, Ramsey at first, Roberts at second, Eck is the DH, and Clark is the left fielder. In the dirt for ball 2. We just saw Wagler wrapping up game 1. Took him 6 pitches to finish off the Panthers, and he got the save in relief of Noah Smolik, who earned the win. Popped up on the 2-1 pitch. That drifts over the fence out of play for strike 2. So Wagler, keep in mind, it took him 6 pitches to get that final out. He now has a limit of 104 in this game, so keep that number in mind as we proceed. The 2-2. Chopped up the third base line, and that trickles foul. We have not seen Wagler since last Friday, and he pitched in the first game of the doubleheader versus Fairfield, and things did not go well for the junior left-hander in that game. Here's the wind in the 2-2. Actually, we'll talk about that a little bit later, as that's a strike 3 call. A beauty of a curveball, freezing Jones for out number 1.
Next up to bat is number 11, Mike Hudson.
That brings up Mike Hudson. And some subtle changes to the Mustangs in the field. We'll talk about that as we proceed. First pitch is taken off the plate outside for ball 1. Nathan Smolik is in left field with Norman in center and Owen Bennett in right. The 1-0 hit on the ground, foul to the first base side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Kay Tharp is at third. Trevor Slayton's at short. Isaac Kramer will play second. Logan Hale is at first with Caden Hill behind the plate. A swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. And on the mound, Caleb Wagler looking to go into the postseason with momentum. And the 1-2 pitch is hit on the ground hard to Slayton at short. He gobbles it up, throws the first in time, 2 outs.
Now batting number 2, Ben Olson.
So now Ben Olson is the batter. He hit a solo home run in game 1 that brought the Panthers within 1, but they got no closer, and Davis County ended up winning game 1 4-3. First pitch from Wagler is a curveball taken for a ball, and it's 1-0. Umpires flip-flop for game 2, so it's Bob Lowry behind the plate with Vic Combs in the field. The 1-0. Fouled off at the plate, making the count 1 ball and 1 strike. An interesting conversation with Bob Lowry before the game. One of the first time I've actually talked to an umpire. He was very honest with his answers, and I'd like to share some of those answers with you as we proceed through this game. The 1-1, hit right back to the mound. Wagler throws to first, and that will do it for Knoxville. Panthers go down 1-2-3. It'll be the Mustangs' turn when we come back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Knoxville went down 1-2-3 to start off the ball game. Now it's Davis County's turn. Here in the bottom of the first, leading things off will be Owen Bennett, the right fielder, to face the pitcher for game 2, Caleb Striegel of Knoxville.
Starting our Mustangs off is number 12, Owen Bennett.
Bennett, the left-hander, facing the right-hander, Caleb Striegel, who comes home with the first pitch, and it's taken at the belt on the inside corner for strike 1. And the 0-1 outside, ball 1. Logan Clark is in left field with Carter Bailey in center field and Mike Hudson stationed in right. Pitch in the dirt, 2-1. As we go around the horn, Ben Olson is at third with Caden Jones at short, the 2-1. Outside, ball 3. R.J. Roberts, who started game 1 on the mound, he'll be the second baseman in game 2 with Kyle Ramsey at first. That pitch is popped up, out of play, running the count full. And behind the plate is Bodie Cox. Catching pitches from the starting pitcher, Caleb Striegel. That's in the dirt for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk for Owen Bennett.
Next up to bat, number 9, Trevor Slayton.
Mustang walks are brought to you by Slayton Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs and enjoy a smooth ride on a Polaris to get those chores done. Slayton looks at ball 1 from one of the 2 seniors on the Knoxville roster, Caleb Striegel. Slayton went 1 for 3 with a run scored and a stolen base in the Game 1 victory. The 1-0, high and tight. 2 balls, no strikes. Mustangs look to strike early. against a Knoxville team that felt like they had Davis County on the ropes, but they let that game slip away in their eyes. That's lined the other way into right field, but right into the glove of Hudson for out number 1. That was hit well, but sometimes you hit it right at somebody, and that was the case with Slayton as he lines out to right.
Now batting number 16, Cade Tharp.
Now Cade Tharp is the batter. The senior had 2 homers yesterday. And he takes a strike at the belt. Tharp kind of looks back at the home plate umpire, Bob Laughlin, saying, okay, calling the high strike. It's 0-1. And the 1-strike pitch is cut on and missed. It bounces in front of Cox, gets away from him a bit, and Bennett's able to take second on the wild pitch. So Tharp, with that pair of homers yesterday, is now tied for the team lead in round trippers with Slayton. They both have 4. Grounded to short. They'll throw to third, and the ball gets away from third. The ball goes over towards the dugout, but Bennett will stay put at third base, and looks like he might have gotten some dirt in his eye or something, as it was a head-first slide into third. The ground ball went to Jones, who tried to go to Olsen at third, but the throw was late. So we'll give Tharp, we'll say Tharp is safe on the fielder's choice. Runners at the corners, 1 out for Draven DeCry.
Now batting number 2, Draven DeCry.
DeCry is our collision corner cleanup hitter. If you clean up your vehicle, take it to John and his team for a complete detail. Here's the first pitch to Draven DeCry, taken off the plate outside for ball 1. In game 1, DeCry was 1 for 3 with a single and a stolen base. The 1-0. Strike on the outside half of the plate. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Bennett takes his lead from first. Bennett's at third with Tharp at first. And it's tapped over in front of first base, and out at the plate at first is DeCry as he gets thrown out by an eyelash on the dribble up the line for the first out, or the second out.
Now hitting number 18, Caden Hill.
Caden Hill will bat with 2 on and 2 out. He'll be the last chance for Davis County to try to get a lead. It gets away from Cox, but they decide not to send Bennett. Bennett was going about a third down the line from third base, but he decided not to go home. Probably wisely so. That pitch went between the legs of Bodie Cox, the catcher, but not quite far enough for him to attempt to score. 1-0 the count to Caden Hill. And the pitch taken upstairs, 2-0. Isaac Kramer on deck for the Mustangs. And the pitch. That was a curveball that I don't know how that didn't hit Hill, but it didn't. And now it's 3 balls and no strikes. I think Hill turned his back like he was giving himself up, like he knew it was going to hit him, and then was kind of shocked that it didn't hit him. 3-0 pitch over but low, and that is a 4-pitch walk to load the bases.
Now hitting number 17.
That's the second walk of the inning, and the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Isaac Kramer. We will have a courtesy runner for Hill, and popping out of the dugout is Hunter Bell to run for the catcher.
Our courtesy runner is number 13, Hunter Bell.
So Isaac Kramer, who didn't play in game 1, he's been inserted into the starting lineup as the second baseman. batting 6th here in game 2. The line from Striegel and the pitch is a swing and a miss by Kramer, making it 0-1. This has already been a long inning for Striegel. By my count, he will throw pitch number 22. The 0-1. A half swing, but it's called a strike anyway by the home plate umpire, and it's quickly 0-2 to Kramer. And now the 0-2 pitch, a swing and a miss, and Kramer goes down to end the inning. So the Mustangs load the bases, but they don't score. We head to the top of the second. No score between Davis County and Knoxville on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Nothing says summer like hitting the open road. Get your vehicle summer driving ready. Cruising to work with the windows open and the convertible top down, going to the local fairs, or taking your much-needed holiday on the open road. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash can get your car summer driving ready. Oil changes to the touchless car wash. Quick car wash to the super car wash. Ray fits in your budget so you can put more in your tank. Ray's Rapid Lube, 301 North Madison in Ottumwa. Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Game 2 of our doubleheader has moved to the second inning. Incidentally, the first inning was brought to you by Dixon's Mattress Outlet. Think of them first to get a great night's sleep. Call Darren today. Caleb Wagler, after a 1-2-3 inning, will face 4-5-6 from Knoxville, starting with Caleb Striegel, the pitcher.
Starting off your Panthers this inning is number 8, Caleb Striegel.
No score as we play in the top of the second. And Wagler with a wind and comes home with the first pitch of Striegel, who acted like he was going to bunt, but instead takes strike 1. Wagler with the wind and the 0-1 coming home. That's a fastball outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. So for game 2, Nathan Smolik is in left field with Gar Norman in center and Owen Bennett in right. The 1-1 fouled at the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tharp at third, Slayton at short, Kramer at second, and Hale at first with Hill behind the plate catching. So 2 straight games catching for Hill. Head coach Todd White probably thinking, he's going to get 6 days off before the opening of the district semifinal. So might as well let him catch, and at least he'll sleep well tonight. And the 1-2 in the dirt, and the count is 2-2. So the battle of Caleb's, Wagler and Striegel facing off here. And the 2-2 pitch. Fastball up high, and the count is full. Before I encountered Caleb Wagler, the only way I've seen Caleb spelled is with a C. He's the first with a K, and then how small world. Caleb Striegel, who ends up walking, ends up spelling his last name with a K as well. His first name with a K, I should say.
Now batting number 13, Carter Bailey.
Leadoff walk, puts a man on for Knoxville, and Carter Bailey, the center fielder, will take his first cuts here in game 2. First pitch is taken high for ball 1. You may have heard me mention, if you've been hanging around in game 1, that Davis County still has something to play for. And believe it or not, second place in the South Central Conference is at stake. That pitch is taken for a strike. Of course, Centerville ran away and hid from the rest of the South Central Conference. They went 17-1, and they clinched the conference weeks ago. the 1-1. He squared the bunt, but he takes the ball 2-1. So second place is between Davis County and Eddyville, Blacksburg, Fremont. Of course, the Mustangs went 2-1 against EBF over the regular season. Here's the 2-1. That curveball is taken upstairs, and it's 3-1. EBF is done with their conference play. They're 13-5. With the win in Game 1 of the doubleheader, Davis County now is at 13-4 as that's dribbled back to the mound. Wagler juggles it, throws to first, but it goes off the glove of Kramer into right field. Striegel goes to third on the error, and everybody is safe.
Now batting number 12, Kyle Ramsey.
So an error on Kramer, who was unable to catch the throw from Wagler at first. Striegel goes all the way to third, and Knoxville is threatening to break the seal here in the top of the second. Kyle Ramsey is the batter. Time called. So as I said, EBF done with their season at 13-5. Davis County now 13-4. And in second place in the South Central Conference. Runner goes. The ball gets past Hill. The throw to home is not in time. Sliding under the tag was Caleb Striegel to score on the wild pitch, and it is 1-0 Knoxville. Bailey was running on the pitch, so he'll get credit for the stolen base. And the count is 1-0 on Kyle Ramsey. So with the win here, Davis County will secure sole possession of second place, and they'll lock down second place in the South Central Conference. There's a swing and a miss by Ramsey, making it 1-1. Next pitch is bunted up the first base line, but foul. 1-2 to Kyle Ramsey with a runner at second, one out. A run already in for the Panthers. They lead it 1-0 over Davis County here in the top of the second. Second inning is brought to you by Protura Orthodontics. Don't give it a second thought. Get a smile that lasts a lifetime today. Wagler steps off. Now we set. And 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. So Wagler, who dispatched Knoxville with ease in the top of the first, has found trouble here in the top of the second. The 2-2, a curveball that stays outside, running the count full. Wagler, junior left-hander, peers into his catcher Hill and delivers the payoff pitch to Ramsey, taken over but low, and that is a walk.
Now batting number
So
one,
a walk
RJ Roberts.
to Ramsey, puts runners at first and second, still nobody out. A run in for Knoxville already in this inning, and RJ Roberts, the second baseman, will take his first cuts. He squares the bunt and takes a strike on the outside corner. And the runner from second, Bailey, was caught up between second and third, but Davis County having put on the wheel play, there was nobody occupying second base. The wheel play is an aggressive play that teams like to employ. See if they do it again here with a count 0-1. Squares the bunt, they do it again, and it's bunted foul. So now with the 2 strikes, we'll see if they keep the bunt on. But the wheel play, if you saw, the corners charge. That's Tharp, the third baseman, and Hale, the first baseman. They charge while The shortstop, Slayton, covers third, while the second baseman, Kramer, covers first. So the intention is try to get the out at third. If not, then they still have first covered. Hit on the hop to Kramer. Shovels to second for one to throw to first. That is a double play. 4-6 to 3, and a sorely needed double play to get 2 outs. That brings up Evan Eck, who will bat with a runner at third, and now 2 outs in the inning.
Now batting number 5, Evan Eck.
Evan Eck will serve as the DH for the second straight game. This time he's batting for Bodie Cox, the catcher. The runner from third, Bailey, bluffed like he was going to break home. Slammed on the brakes about 20 feet away from the bag and retreated back to third. And the pitch was taken high for ball 1. And now the 1-0. Fouled away. Wagler looking to minimize the damage here in inning number 2. A run scored, but it was unearned, thanks to a bit of leaky defense from the Mustangs. And the 1-1. Curveball, strike 2. The head coach, the home plate umpire, Bob Laughlin, did a spin that made me think it was strike 3, but that's just strike 2 to make it 1-2. And now the pitch. Fastball up and away. 2-2. Every single pitch, Bailey, who is at third, aggressively comes down the line, practically daring Hill to snap throw it back to third. The 2-2, outside, and the count is full. Eck is diving over the plate at these outside pitches. If anything comes in inside, you figured it would lock him up, because he is, given the way he's been diving over the plate, it looks like he's looking outside. Here comes the 3-2 pitch, and that's in the dirt, and Wagler loses him. That is the third walk of the inning.
Next up, number 29, Logan.
That brings
Clark.
up Logan Clark, the left fielder. Runners now at the corners with 2 outs. Hill looking back to the Mustang dugout for signals. And he relays them to his pitcher, Wagler. Here's Caleb's first pitch. Over but low, ball 1. Clark went hitless in game 1 of our doubleheader, although he did have a sacrifice and also a walk. Runner goes from second. Pitch is taken for a strike. The throwback to first is not in time, as Carter Bale was able to dive back. 1 ball, 1 strike to Logan Clark, with Evan Eck now standing at second. And the pitch, up and away, ball 2. Wagler fighting with himself early on, and actually that could have been disastrous as he had the return throw get away from him. But Carter Bailey stayed put at third. Runners at second and third, 2 outs, 2-1 to count here in the top of the second. Next pitch is hit on the ground, smothered by Hale at first. He'll step on the bag himself to end the inning. So after all of that, Knoxville does score a run without the benefit of a hit. 3 walks in the inning and an error with 2 men left. And going to the bottom of the second, Panthers lead it 1-0 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Nathan Smolik will lead things off for Davis County here in the bottom of the second. They trail 1-0. Here in the finale of the regular season at the Davis County Fairgrounds, Nathan Smolik fouls the first pitch off.
Starting off our Mustangs this inning is number 14, Nathan Smolik.
The 0-1 bounces to the plate, and the count is even at 1 ball, 1 strike. Nathan Smolik had a huge hit last night in Game 2 of the doubleheader versus Sheridan. But first, the 1-1 pitch from Striegel. Fastball high and tight for ball 2. It was his 2-run single that started the Davis County comeback. And there's a strike taken to make it 2 balls and 2 strikes. Actually, it was his 2-run single made it 4-3. I'm sorry, 6-3, as that pitch is popped up, and that gets behind the side of play. Count stays at 2-2. So that 2-run single was huge, bringing Davis County to within 3 at 6-3. They ended up tying the game at 6, fell behind 8-6, but then won in the bottom of the 7th with a 3-run 7th inning, 9-8. That's in the dirt, and that runs the count full. So a big hit by the senior Nathan Smolik on senior night last night. We'll see if he has any more heroics in him today. And the payoff pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 3. Second strikeout for Striegel, and that brings up Caleb Wagler, the pitcher.
Now batting number 23, Caleb Wagler.
Wagler has been employed more and more to be swinging the bat for head coach Todd White as we've moved on through the season. And he swings and misses for strike 1. You figure once just a surplus of seniors graduate from Davis County, Wagler certainly will be in the lineup almost every day. Strike on the outside corner, quickly 0-2. So not only with Wagler being a junior will they be dependent on him to pitch, but they'll need his bat as well. 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Bit of a waste pitch from Caleb Striegel. The wind and a 1-2. That's also in the dirt. Trying to get Wagler to chase, but he's not biting so far. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. And the next one coming to Wagler. Outside, and Wagler has battled back from down 0-2 to now the count being 3-2. The wind and the payoff pitch from Striegel. Hit foul, right field side. Hudson gave it a chase, but it lands about 5 feet shy of the fence, and the bat boy was picking up the bat, but he didn't know that Wagler hit a foul ball and he'll need his bat back. I may be biased, but that bat boy is absolutely adorable. The 3-2. Hit on the ground, and nice dive by Jones. He pops up. The throw to first is not in time. Actually, no, it got past the first baseman, Ramsey. But what a play by Jones to actually dive deep in the hole, grab that ground ball, and Wagler was able to beat out the throw, and he will head back to the dugout and be replaced with a courtesy runner who is Caleb Glosser.
Our courtesy runner now is Caden Glosser, and up to bat now is number 15, Carl Norman.
So Caden Glosser now at first base, a runner at first with 1 out. The throw to first, and Glosser was leaning the wrong way, but he managed to get back. Oh, he might have hurt his hand as he dove back to first. He's grabbing it. Shakes his right hand as he takes his lead. Here's the first pitch to Norman, and it's a fastball that Norman had to duck out of the way of. And it's 1-1. I'm sorry, 1-0. Joel Bruce, the assistant coach, now wants to take a closer look at Caden Glosser's hand. And the way that Glosser's acting looks like he's not, his hand's not doing very well. He might have a dislocated finger or something like that. So head coach Todd White's going to trot over from his third base box, and we may have some on-the-field surgery here shortly. If it's a dislocated finger, he may just want to get it popped back into the place. I think all of us know how head coach Todd White talks. He's very gruff. Probably says, just put some dirt on it, you'll be fine. And then he walks back to the third base box. So we hope Caden Glosser's okay as he takes his lead from first. 1-0 is the count to Carl Norman. 1 out in the inning. Mustangs trail 1-0. And Norman lines it into left center field. That gets into the gap and rolls towards the wall. Glosser goes to third. He's going to get waved home. The relay throw coming to the plate. Glosser is safe as Cox dropped the relay throw. And coming into third on the play is Carl Norman, an RBI double for the senior to tie the game at 1. That was an aggressive send by head coach Todd White. But Glosser was able to slide ahead of the tag of Cox, who dropped the ball at home plate.
Next up to bat is number 12, Owen Bennett.
So the tying run is at third. And Owen Bennett will bat for the second time in this game. Now head coach Todd White I think the discussion was about the bat boy. He came out a bit early to grab the bat while there was a play at the plate. I think that was the issue. Pitches outside for ball 1. And the pitch is outside for ball 2 to Owen Bennett. Dribbler up the third base line, and that is good enough. It's an infield hit. Scoring on the play is Carl Norman. And the Mustangs have taken the lead. It's 2-1 on the infield RBI single by Owen Bennett. Just your textbook swinging bunt that scored Norman, who was aggressively running from third. And now here's Trevor Slayton. Runner at first. Still just 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Here's the first pitch to Slayton. Fouled away. Second innings brought to you by Protruder Orthodontics. Don't give it a second thought. Get a smile that lasts a lifetime today. The 0-1, runner goes, pitches in the dirt, and it'll be an easy stolen base for Bennett. He thinks about going to third, but Cox was able to get back to the ball near the backstop, but it's still a stolen base for Bennett. 3 straight hits in the inning for the Mustangs. And that's in the dirt for ball 2. A single by Wagler, a double by Norman, which was an RBI, then an RBI infield single by Bennett has given Davis County a 2-1 lead. And now the 2-1 to Slayton. Inside, 3-1. Catharp waits on deck. And a pitch. A tapper back to the mound. Striegel drops it, but still has time to throw the first, and Slayton is out, number 2.
Now hitting number 16, Cade Tharp.
So Cade Tharp will try to drive in the 3rd Davis County run with a hit here. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time up, and he swings at the first pitch and fouls it back towards the dugout of the Mustangs. And the 0-1. Curveball, a tapper back to the mound. Striegel will flip it to first, and that will do it for the Mustangs here in the second. But Davis County does score 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a man left on base. And as we head to the 3rd, Davis County leads at 2-1 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The Mustangs lead at 2-1 as we head to the top of the 3rd. The 3rd inning is brought to you by Geotech. Call Jody for all your top quality black dirt, fill sand, and wash gravel. Tale of 2 innings for Caleb Wagler. First inning was an easy 1-2-3 for the junior left-hander. Second inning, he ran into a bit more trouble. Knoxville took a 1-0 lead without the benefit of a hit. They were aided by 3 walks and an error. Batting first will be the top of the order and Caden Jones.
First up to bat is number 3, Colton Jones.
And Jones takes the pitch inside for ball 1. The 1-0. Low for ball 2. Two balls, no strikes. And here's the wind in the pitch. Fastball outside corner, and the count is now 2-1. Jones, the right-hander versus the left-hander, Wagler. The 2-1 is taken in the dirt, and it's 3-1. Wagler looking to avoid his 4th walk of the ball game. Here's a slow wind and the 3-1 pitch, and it's fouled away to the right side, running the count full. Jones struck out looking his first time up. He has been the only strikeout victim of Wagler so far over his 2 innings of work. And now the payoff pitch comes plateward, hit in the air, center field for Norman. He settles under it, and he drops it. Oh, my goodness. There will be no play at second. It is a 2-base error. Carl Norman is one of the most sure-handed center fielders you'll come across. But he just dropped that can of corn, and now he's running at second with nobody out. Mike Hudson's the batter. He squares the bunt. He bunts it up the third base line, and it will be Wagler firing the first. Out by half a step, and Hudson can't believe it. The dugout of Knoxville can't believe it. It will go down as a sacrifice, 1-3, but Hudson thought he had himself an infield hit, and there'll be a runner at third with just 1 out.
Next up, number 2, Ben Olson.
Ben Olson. Tap back to the pitcher his first time up. So, with a sacrifice fly or a well-placed ground ball, Knoxville will tie this game, and there's a swing and a miss on a fastball outside. And the count now is 0-1. Wagler comes home with a 1-strike pitch, and there's another awkward-looking swing from Olson, and it's quickly 0-2. Runner at third, 1 out. 0-2 to count to Olson. The pitch. Grounder up the middle. Good snag by Kramer. The throw to first is not in time. The run scores from third to tie the game at 2, and it's an RBI single by Ben Olson. But what a play by Kramer, even getting to that ball up the middle.
Now batting number 8, Caleb Striegel.
That'll bring up Caleb Striegel, and Ben Olson now stands at first base. So here comes the first pitch from Wagler. That gets past Hill, and that'll be a pass ball. And taking second on the play will be Olson. Tough game for the Mustang defense so far. And nobody really feels worse than probably Carl Norman in center after that drop fly ball. When the run came in to score, he kind of bent down to the waist and looked down at the ground. Wouldn't be surprised if he had a couple of choice words as well. There was a swing and a miss by Striegel, making it 1-1. And now the pitch. Strike 2. It's one of the things where you got to pick each other up. Sometimes the defense picks up the pitching, and sometimes the pitching picks up the defense. And actually, when the Mustangs come to bat, sometimes the bats pick everybody up. Runner goes to third. Strike 3 on the swing through, but the stolen base for Olson. So Striegel strikes out swinging, but Olson steals third on the play.
Now batting number 13, Carter Bailey.
Carter Bailey reached on an error his first time up. Wagler nods and comes on with the first pitch. Fastball high and outside for ball 1. That stolen base by Olson could prove to be key. Now with 2 outs, he can score on a pass ball or a wild pitch from third. The 1-0. Fouled away, 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the top of the third. A run in for Knoxville, tying the game at 2. And now the 1-1 from Wagler. He checked his swing. He went around, but the ball Hill thought that it went behind him. Instead, it settles at home plate, and scoring on the wild pitch is Olsen to make it 3-2 Knoxville. And here comes the next pitch from Wagler. It's low. And the count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bailey waits for the next pitch from Wagler, and here it comes. It's a swing and a miss, and that will do it for Knoxville. But the damage has been done. A couple of unearned runs score for Knoxville on a hit, an error, and nobody left on base. And as we head to the bottom of the third, Davis County trails again, this time 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The third inning is brought to you by Geotech. Call Jody for your top quality black dirt, fill sand, and wash gravel needs. Davis County trails 3-2, and the first pitch is taken on the inside corner by Draven to Cry for strike 1.
Starting us off this inning, number 2, Draven to Cry.
And now the 0-1. Up in the air and foul to the first base side. That gets out of play for strike 2. So Davis County took the lead with 2 runs in the bottom of the second. Knoxville answers right back with 2 in the top of the third. 3-2 Knoxville, 0-2 to DeCry. He tomahawks it to third. Good job by Olsen staying down on it, and he throws out to Cry at first to open the bottom of the third. Now Caden Hill's the batter. He walked his first time up.
Now batting number 18, Caden Hill.
Now Caden Hill settles into the batter's box, and the first pitch to him is in the dirt for ball 1. Hill in game 1 was hitless in 3 at-bats. And his first at-bat in game 2, he walked. And now the 1-0. Curveball taken upstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Hill caught game 1, catching game 2 as well, the 2-0. He reached for it as it dribbles to the right of the mound. Striegel couldn't come up with it, now throws to first. He got him by a half a step, I guess. It was a close play at first, but Vic Combs calls him out for the second out of the inning.
Now hitting number 17, Isaac Kramer.
Isaac Kramer bats with the bases empty and 2 outs. The pitch from Striegel, a curveball that almost nicked the side of Kramer's head. Somehow it didn't, and it's 1-0. And there's a swing and a miss by Kramer, making it 1 ball and 1 strike. Kramer struck out swinging his first time up. And now the 1-1. A swing and a miss. If Kramer can keep the inning alive, Nathan Smolik will bat here in the bottom of the third. And a 1-2. Strike 3. Nope. I thought the umpire was going to turn around and do the old punch out. Instead, he just goes to his old counter and says, yep, it's 2-2. Here's the next pitch to Kramer. He strikes out swinging to end the inning. So the Mustangs go down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the third. Heading to the fourth, the Mustangs trail at 3-2 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Top of the fourth rolls in. Knoxville batting, leading 3-2. The fourth inning is brought to you by Wells Hometown Drug. Stop in and see Milo and his team today, and don't forget they offer free delivery to Bloomfield and the surrounding areas. Leading things off will be Kyle Ramsey, the first baseman for the Panthers.
First up to bat, number 12, Kyle Ramsey.
Bob Laughlin, the home plate umpire, is over by the first base dugout talking with head coach Mark Miller about one thing or another. Matt Miller, I should say. And now we'll play. Wagler's first pitch is popped up. Hale gives it a look on the first base side. That gets over the fence for strike 1. Ramsey walked his first time up. And now the 0-1. Fouled away, no balls, and 2 strikes. That got stuck in the fence behind the plate. That's one of the things you rarely see. But until it works its way out or some poor soul with the ladder goes to get it, it will stay there. 0-2, curveball outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ramsey looking to start things off on the right foot for Knoxville. Wagler's 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. That was well out of the zone, and that's 1 out. That is strikeout number 4 for Caleb Wagler. That brings up R.J. Roberts, the second baseman. Wagler with a long look in. The wind and the pitch to Roberts, a fastball, upstairs, ball 1.
Now batting number 1, R.J. Roberts.
Roberts hit into a double play his first time up. It was a pretty nifty 4.63 turned by the middle of the Mustangs infield. Fastball outside, 2-0. Kramer just made a little flip to Slayton at short, and he was able to complete the double play to first. Here's a 2-0. A bit low, perhaps even inside, and it's 3-0. The throw pitch coming, and that pitch is high, and Roberts draws a 1-out walk. So that brings up Evan Eck, who walked his first time up.
Now batting number 5, Evan Eck.
Now that was Wagler's fourth walk of the game. And that pitch is taken high for ball 1. This is the second time that Wagler has faced Knoxville. First time went by much better for the junior left-hander. There's a missed bunt by Eck, making the count 1-1. Wagler, earlier in the season in Knoxville, went 5 1/3, shutout innings, allowing just 1 hit. He walked 3 and he struck out 10. That pitch is fouled back. And it was where Davis County scored 2 runs, 2 unearned runs, in the top of the first, and those 2 runs held up for the entirety of the game as the Mustangs beat Knoxville in Knoxville 2-0. And now the 1-2. Fouled away, we'll do it again, 1 ball and 2 strikes. That's the thing about Wagler. I would make the argument that out of every pitcher we've seen for Davis County, Wagler has the best stuff out of all of them. The 10 strikeouts against Knoxville that he had in his previous start against the Panthers is a testament to that. And honestly, when he is on, he is absolutely filthy. But the walks have been an issue. And the walks have reared their head today, although he does have Eck at 1-2. That pitch is fouled away, and that was Roberts going on the pitch, and he'll have to go back to first. So Wagler has the count at 1-2 against Evan Eck. And now the pitch. He reached for it and fouled that one away. So Eck is battling 3 straight foul balls off the bat of the DH, keeping the count at 1 ball and 2 strikes. Knoxville leads at 3-2 as we play in the top of the 4th. The 1-2, runner goes. It popped out of the glove of Hill. It won't matter as that'll be a stolen base for Roberts anyway. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Evan Eck. So Roberts has a stolen base. That takes a double play out of the equation. And Knoxville can extend their lead with a hit here. The 2-2 pitch. He struck him out. A nasty curveball by Wagler, his 5th strikeout of the game, 2 outs.
Now batting number 29, Logan Clark.
And that's really, honestly, what makes Wagler so tantalizing, is that he has ridiculous stuff. He can, when he is on, he is filthy, and he can mow down a lineup. At first, that's a pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. But there are times when, I don't know if it's the case where his stuff is so filthy, he can't control it. But sometimes walks are an issue. Pitches in the dirt to throw the 3rd, and Roberts is safe. So Roberts takes 3rd on the wild pitch. 1-1 to count to Logan Clark. And Wagler just needs 1 more out to get out of this 4th inning. Inside, 2-1. a walk sandwiched by 2 strikeouts in this inning thus far. Roberts advanced to second on the stolen base and third on a wild pitch. The 2-1, swing and a miss. Wagler a strike away from striking out the side here in the 4th inning. The 2-2 pitch. Got him. Hill's going to have to throw it to first to complete the play, and he does. And Wagler does indeed strike out the side to end the inning. So nothing across from Knoxville, only a walk with 1 man left. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th, Mustangs trail at 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Nothing says summer like hitting the open road. Get your vehicle summer driving ready. Cruising to work with the windows open and the convertible top down, going to the local fairs, or taking your much-needed holiday on the open road. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash can get your car summer driving ready. Oil changes to the touchless car wash. Quick car wash to the super car wash. Ray fits in your budget so you can put more in your tank. Ray's Rapid Lube, 301 North Madison in Ottumwa. Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The wind and the first pitch to the leadoff batter, Nathan Smolik, is taken for a strike, and we're underway here in the bottom of inning number 4. Mustangs trail it by the score of 3-2. Striegel's 0-1 pitch is fouled back, and it's quickly 0-2 to the Mustangs senior left fielder. Smolik struck out looking his first time up. Kind of a similar at-bat already. He started off at 0-2, managed to battle back to 3-2, but he struck out looking. And this time he strikes out on 3 pitches, 1 out. Caleb Wagler, a little bad. He started the Mustang 2-run rally in the 2nd with a single. He later came around to score. Actually, his courtesy runner came around to score. That pitch is high for ball 1. That was Caden Glosser that came around to score, and turned out he dislocated his finger, and that has led to a quite lively discussion here at the press box, the 1-0. That's a swing and a miss. As you all know, Ken Anderson played his college football at Iowa State. Bit of a legend around these parts as that pitch is fouled away. But over the rigors of an illustrious football career, he has a dislocated finger, and he shared what the experience of having one up here in the press box, discussing the rest of its occupants. Their strike 3 called at Wagler. 3 straight strikeouts going back to last inning, and there are 2 outs in the inning. Just to switch over to football just for a second, I know that I couldn't play football just because of the Grizzly injuries that could be involved, and then seeing the battle-scarred finger of one Ken Anderson makes me think that I am much too pretty to play football. The 1-0 to Garl Norman, the center fielder, taken high and tight, 2-0. Here's the wind and the 2-0 pitch coming to Norman, and it's cut on and missed. Might have swung at ball 3. Regardless, it's 2-1. So Striegel settled into a groove. Has now retired 7 straight. That's ball 3. And now the 3-1 pitch coming to Norman. Hit well out to center. And that drops for a base hit. A sinking line drive by Garl Norman. He is 2 for 2, and that takes us back to the top of the order and Owen Bennett. Owen Bennett had an RBI infield single his last time up. He has also walked in this game, so he's 1 for 1. Tying runs at second, but there are two. I should beg your pardon, is at first. Runner goes. That's Norman. Pitch is taken for a strike. The throw to second, not in time. It was a bouncing throw from Bodie Cox. And Roberts did a good job keeping it in on the infield, but it's a stolen base from Norman, and now the tying run is in scoring position. That was a strike to Bennett, so the count is 0-1 to the senior right fielder. And the next one to Bennett. Swing and a miss. And it's quickly 0-2. Heading to the middle innings here in Bloomfield. Game 2, regular season finale for the Mustangs. And now the 0-2. He reached for it, came up empty, and he goes down swinging. So Striegel strikes out the side in his half of the 4th. We'll head to the 5th. Davis County still trails it 3-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Top of the 5th rolls in, and Knoxville leads Davis County by a score of 3-2. Regular season finale, we will not see the Mustangs again until the district tournament starts in Donaldson. Tuesday afternoon, first pitch at 5 o'clock. We'll see Davis County face the winner of either EBF or Albia. And a special programming reminder, that will be on 104.3 KRKN live. And then you'll be able to see the video broadcast of it tape delayed, either at AttumwaRadioSports.com or on our YouTube page. Just go to Ottumwa Radio. Top of the order, starting with Colton Jones, due up for Knoxville, and Jones swings at the first pitch and fouls it away.
Now batting number 3, Colton Jones.
Jones struck out looking in the first, and his at-bat in the third looms large. The 0-1, hitting into center field, and that drops in front of Norman for a base hit. Jones is aboard with a leadoff single to start off the Knoxville 5th. So that brings up Mike Hudson, and Hudson laid down a sacrifice bunt. He thought he was safe at first with an infield hit, but he was called out by the field umpire, Vic Combs. Grounded to the right side and into right field for the base hit. Jones stops at second. That was a nice throw from Bennett in right. And the 2 straight singles has Knoxville in business here in the top of the 5th.
Now batting for Knoxville, number 2, Ben Olson.
Ben Olson drove in a run with a single his last time up. Wagler in a bit of trouble here in the 5th inning. Fastball taken high, ball 1. Every single game between Davis County and Knoxville has been close this year. And actually, you could say the same thing between the Mustangs and the Rockets of EBF. Runners go. It's a double steal. The throw to third, not in time. And it is a double steal. Jones stealing third. Hudson taking second. Knoxville rolls the dice. And they roll a 7. And now the Davis County infield comes in. 2-0 now the count to Ben Olson. Here's a pitch from Wagler. Upstairs, 3-0. So Knoxville looking to put some breathing room between themselves and the Mustangs. Here comes the 3-0 pitch, and Olson takes ball 4. A 4-pitch walk to Olson, loads the bases with nobody out for Caleb Striegel.
Now batting, number 8, Caleb Striegel.
Timeout call by head coach Todd White. He'll come out to not only talk to Caleb Wagler, but the entire Davis County Mustang infield. So that gives us an opportunity to tell you that you can watch every single game of the Davis County baseball season, as we have it archived at AtomaRadioSports.com, as well as our YouTube page by going to YouTube and finding our Atoma Radio YouTube page, and all our videos will be there for your viewing pleasure. A pair of singles and then a walk have loaded the bases with nobody out. And home plate umpire Bob Laughlin was going to come out to the mound to break things up, but head coach Todd White ends things before Laughlin even has to walk out to the mound. Big at bat here. Knoxville up by a run, but they have the bases loaded and nobody out. And Caleb Striegel will look to add to the Panther lead. Infield is in for the Mustangs. First pitch. Strike 1 on the inside corner. Good pitch by Wagler. Striegel walked and scored in the second. And he struck out swinging in the third. The 0-1. Fastball upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike. Three runs on 2 hits. Make that 3 runs on 4 hits for Knoxville, but all of those runs have been unearned. And now the 1-1. A flare that goes foul to the right side. And Wagler, who could sorely use a strikeout, has him set up at 1 and 2. Caleb did have a pad on his front arm. He shed it off and tossed it towards his own dugout. Decides to bat without it with the count at 1 and 2. The pitch. He just got a piece to foul it back and stay alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. These are the type of games that you're going to encounter when you're in the postseason, and it seems like routinely the Mustangs are in games that just are close throughout. Grounder the third, and the only play will be the first. Wise play by the third baseman, Collier, to throw out Striegel. A run does score to make it 4-2 Knoxville.
Up next, number 13, Carter Bailey.
Runners now at second and third, 1 out in the inning. And that was a wise play by Collier to get the sure out. Infield remains in for Carter Bailey, and the center fielder takes ball 1 inside. Keep in mind, Wagler did pitch game 1 of our doubleheader. He locked down to save. It took him 6 pitches to do so as he came in relief of Noah Smolik. Here's the 1-0. Bunted back to the plate. The throw home. The slides under the tag. He's safe. Scoring is Hudson. 5-2 Knoxville. And it'll be an RBI fielder's choice for Carter Bailey.
Now batting, number 12, Kyle Ramsey.
Ben Olson moves to third, so runners are at the corners with one out. As Knoxville has tacked on 2 more runs. And now the runner goes. That was a huge jump that Bailey got, and he will steal second without a throw. Infield remains in the 1-0. Inside, 2-0. I mentioned Wagler's 6 pitches in game 1 of the doubleheader. That's important because his pitch limit will be 104 in this game. The 2-0, fouled away, 2-1. Pitcher's limit is 110 in a day. So since he threw 6 in game 1, he's allotted at 104 in game 2, and his next pitch will be pitch number 89, the 2-1. Strike 2. Nice pitch by Wagler. Runners at second and third. 1 out. Wagler could really use a strikeout. He has Ramsey set up at 2-2. A dribbler back to the mound. Wagler looks the runners back, throws to first, and Ramsey is out at first for out number 2. Now R.J. Roberts will bat. He grounded into a double play in the second and walked in the 4th. Wagler, and out away from getting out of this jam. Here's the first pitch, taken on the outside corner for strike 1. Infield moves back with 2 outs. And the 0-1, outside, ball 1. With this being the last outing for Wagler before the postseason starts, and here comes head coach Todd White. I was going to mention that Todd White has been testing his pitchers. He tested the mettle of Noah Smolik in game 1. Same thing with Caden Hill in last night's doubleheader. But that's going to do it for Caleb Wagler as he exits with a 1-1 count after 91 pitches. And we'll see who the new Mustang pitcher will be when we come back. We'll take a timeout for the pitching change. Knoxville leads at 5-2, and they have 2 runners on base. We'll be back to tell you about the new Mustang pitcher on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060. You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The new pitcher will be Clay Collier. So he moves to the mound from third. Isaac Kramer goes from second to third, and now Draven DeCry gets inserted to the game. He is now at second. Collier throws it wide for ball 1. So the Mustangs move around some furniture. And Collier looks to get the final out here in inning number 5. The 1-0. Taken for a strike. Runner comes down the line, and he gets chased back to third. And now Kramer throws home, and he is out at the plate. Good execution of the rundown by the Mustangs. And the inning is over. But Knoxville does score a pair of runs on a couple of hits. No errors with one man left on base. We'll go to the bottom of the fifth. Davis County needs to get the bats going. They trail 5-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
This is Lisa Bell. Hey, all you Davis County Mustang fans. The agents at Northside Insurance are just like you. We support the Mustangs, too. We're proud to live in Bloomfield, where we help families like yours with auto, home, business, farm, and life insurance. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Give us a call at Northside Insurance in Bloomfield and Centerville today, 664-2362. And go Mustangs! Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Go Mustangs!
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Trevor Slayton leads things off, and he takes ball one from Caleb Striegel, who now has a 3-run lead to work with. Knoxville 5, Davis County 2. Bounce to the plate, ball 2. Bottom of the fifth. Davis County has not been able to muster much offense since the second inning. There's a strike to Slayton to make it count 2-1. Mustangs banged out 3 straight hits in the second inning to score the 2 runs that they have, and they've had just 1 hit since. That pitch is in the dirt, and actually it goes to the backstop, making it count 3-1. And being down by 3, the old adage, a walk as good as a hit, proves true here. And he takes ball 4.
Hitting for the Mustangs, number 16, Cade Clark.
Slayton's aboard on a leadoff walk. Walks are brought to you by Slayton Polaris. Don't walk from field to field. Call Tim and Dean for the best deal on Polaris Rangers and ATVs and enjoy a smooth ride on the Polaris to get those chores done. Cade Tharp takes ball 1. If you know anything about these Mustangs this year, they won't give up. Not after last night when they fell behind 6-0 in Game 2 and came back to win. A nice off-speed pitch by Striegel. Kind of handcuffed Tharp for strike 1. Tharp 0 for 2, grounded to a fielder's choice and grounded back to the pitcher. The 1-1. Fastball high and tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. Slayton was starting to walk out his lead, and Striegel snapped the throw back to first. It's hard to catch Slayton napping. He seems like such a heady player. Runner goes. Pitch is swung on and missed, and there is no throw. Tharp was fooled badly on the pitch, and Slayton had that base stolen. That was a really good jump he had on Striegel. And there was no chance to throw him out. Runner at second, nobody out, 2-2 to count to Tharp. Striegel's pitch is fouled away. After being very loud with the bat in yesterday's doubleheader, Tharp got a RBI single in his first at-bat of Game 1 of the doubleheader, and he has gone hitless since. The 2-2 pitch, grounded into the hole and into left field for a base hit. Slayton had to hold up because he thought that Jones might have reached it, but he'll get to third. Runners at the corners on the single by Tharp with nobody out.
Now hitting number 2, Raven DeCry.
Coming in to run for Tharp, who is now the catcher, is Hunter Bell. So DeCry represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 5th. Best threat the Mustangs have mustered since the 2nd inning. And the first pitch to DeCry is a swing and a miss. DeCry over 2, a pair of groundouts. Runner goes, pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2, and Hunter Bell is safe at second with the stolen base. So DeCry's going to have to battle down 0-2. Striegel so far on the night has 6 strikeouts. And the senior right-hander comes on with the 0-2. He struck him out. DeCry goes down looking. 1 out. Clay Collier will bat in the place of Caden Hill, who has been taken out of this game. Tharp has been the catcher for the last couple of innings, and there's a swing and a miss by Collier. This will be Collier's first at-bat of Game 2. He started Game 1 in left field. Runners at second and third, 1 out. The curveball is swung on and missed, and the count is quickly 0-2. Collier looking to keep the inning going, and he swings and misses. A 3-pitch strikeout to Collier for out number 2. And now Isaac Kramer represents the last chance for Davis County here in the 5th inning. Timeout called. Matt Miller, I should say, the head coach of Knoxville, comes out. I have Striegel at 90 pitches, so he still has 20 more to deal in this game. And yeah, I think they might be taking him out of the game. Nope, they're going to stay with him. They just want to give him a bit of a breather. Some words of encouragement.
Number 17, Isaac Kramer.
So now Kramer, who has struck out twice, will look to drive in a couple of Mustang runs, and he looks to strike 1 on the outside corner. Striegel has not messed around. A leadoff walk, a single to Tharp, and then 2 straight strikeouts. High and tight. That almost hit Kramer, and it's 1-1. Kramer does not seem shy. Doesn't seem like the type of player that would shy away from being hit by a pitch. If it hits him, it hits him. He'll help his team any way he can. 1-1 is a vicious cut. Then he comes up empty. 1-2. Kramer does have power. He has a home run on the season, and he ripped an RBI double over the left fielder's head last night in the nightcap versus Sheridan. And there's a swing and a miss. And after the first 2 reach, Striegel strikes out the side to dance out of trouble. At the end of 5, Knoxville 5, Davis County 2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hard-working Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance RZR. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Clay Collier, who you want to say he got the last out of the fifth inning, but it was more like Knoxville ran themselves out of the inning. But he will start his first full inning in relief of Caleb Wagler. And he will face the bottom third of the Knoxville order, starting with R.J. Roberts, who was standing at the plate when Ben Olson got caught off third and ended up getting tagged out. 5-2 is our score. Knoxville in front of Davis County as we play in the top of the sixth.
Leading off for Knoxville, number 1, R.J. Roberts.
The book is closed on Caleb Wagler, by the way. Ends up giving up, he went 4 2/3. And there's a strike. He gave up 5 runs, 2 of them earned on 3 hits. And the junior left-hander walked 5, as that's taken for a ball. And he struck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 batters. Collier has that pitch fouled away, and it's 1-2. So Bob Laughlin, behind the plate calling balls and strikes. I had promised this story a couple innings ago, so I might as well come through with it now. Like I told you, it's the first time I've actually talked to an umpire, because I haven't really talked to many. And I had a couple questions for him. Timeout called. My first question is, why do sometimes some home plate umpires pause for about 3-4 seconds before calling a strike? That pitch is taken high to make it 2-2. He had a pretty simple answer for that. He says sometimes umpires feel like they call strikes too quickly. So they really want to make sure that it's a strike to make it 2-2. Now, full honesty, as it's a full count now to R.J. Roberts, I thought it was more of an ump show type of thing where they wanted to make it about themselves, but hearing his answer made me change my mind and kind of felt bad about my mentality about that. There's a walk to Roberts. Next up is Evan Eck, the DH.
Now batting, number 5.
He is 0 for 1. He struck out. He has also walked. So then I asked Bob Laughlin, the home plate umpire. I asked him about kicking out coaches. What does it take to get a coach kicked out of the game? He's like, look, we're all human. We make mistakes. He acknowledges that he makes mistakes, knows he'll make mistakes anyway. And I actually joked with him that being an umpire is the only profession in the world where you're expected to be perfect from day one and only improve from there. But Laughlin laughed at that and says, no, we all make mistakes, as a throw to first chases Roberts back to the bag. And then he said that he is fine if a head coach wants to come out and talk to him about a call that he may have missed. He's like, we can talk. That's perfectly fine. The 0-1, he went around. He tried to bunt, came up empty, 0-2. The problem he has is when he hears a bunch of yelling at the umpire from the dugout. He says, that I will not stand. And so he was very adamant that he won't tolerate anybody yelling at him from the dugout. The 0-2. Was a timeout called? Or a balk? It was a balk called on Wagler. He didn't become set. That's what the field umpire, Vic Combs, says, that you have to hold set for a beat before you come to the plate, and Collier did not do so. So a balk was called. Roberts is now at second. And the 0-2 count to Eck. Now a wild pitch goes to the backstop. Roberts takes third. One ball, 2 strikes on Evan Eck. I asked him if he had to throw out a coach. Well, actually, I asked him first if he had to throw out a parent, talking about Bob Laughlin. He said no. Grounded back to Slayton. He looks back to run to third, throws a first, and it's dropped. It got past Wagler. The run scores. Eck ends up at second, and it is 6-2, Knoxville. A dropped throw from shortstop ends up being the third Mustang error of the game, leading to another run. And now Logan Clark will bat for Knoxville. Pitch from Collier, and that gets to the backstop. Wild pitch, and Eck is at third. I've heard of some umpires, going back to Bob Laughlin, that they will not throw out a guy like they say, hey, coach says, hey, you need to throw me out. The umpire will not throw him out just to, a foul ball off the foot of Clark. Looks like it's his left foot and he's limping around. Looks like he's okay, but his head coach, Matt Miller, will check on him anyway. But the home plate umpire, Bob Laughlin, said that he's not one of those umpires that will refuse to throw out a coach just because he tells him to throw him out. He's like, if you want to be gone, fine. I'll throw you out. I don't have a problem with that. And I had a pretty good laugh at that. The 1-1 pitch is high for ball 2. But just like anybody, he's only human. He makes mistakes. And although emotions do run high on the field of competition, sometimes we have to keep that in mind. The 2-1. Low and inside, 3-1. The Mustang infield is in, trying to prevent any further damage here in the 6th inning. Runner at third, nobody out. The count is 3-1, and Clark takes ball 4, and it's the second walk of the inning. Game 2 of this doubleheader has not been the most cleanly played on the defensive end for the Mustangs, and you can look at it 2 ways. You look at it saying they're really ending the regular season on a bad note, or they're getting all the bad baseball out of their system now before the postseason starts. Keep in mind, too, as Colton Jones squares around the bunt, takes the ball, the pitch is thrown back to the throw to second is thrown back to the pitcher, as a matter of fact, and they'll concede the stolen base to Logan Clark. So runners at second and third, still nobody out. And the infield remains in for Davis County. And the pitch, a fastball that Jones had to hit the deck to avoid getting hit. It's now 2-0. Keep in mind, there was a doubleheader last night on a very hot, very muggy day. It's much more pleasant today, but yesterday, sweltering heat. Even when the sun set, the temperature was well into the 80s. The 2-0, inside, 3-0. 2 emotionally draining games, especially on senior day. Both of them comeback victories. Mustangs experiencing the highest of highs yesterday. And now the 3-0 inside, and the bases are loaded on the 4-pitch walk. Timeout called. Head coach Todd White comes out to converse with Clay Collier, as this game is at risk of getting away from the Mustangs. With the score 6-2, the bases loaded and nobody out, and we will see another pitcher come in. We'll take a timeout for a pitching change. New Mustang hurler will be in when we come back on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Nothing says summer like hitting the open road. Get your vehicle summer driving ready. Cruising to work with the windows open and the convertible top down, going to the local fairs, or taking your much-needed holiday on the open road. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash can get your car summer driving ready. Oil changes to the touchless car wash. Quick car wash to the super car wash. Ray fits in your budget so you can put more in your tank. Ray's Rapid Lube, 301 North Madison in Ottumwa.
This is Milo Wells, your pharmacist at Wells Hometown Drug in Bloomfield. When you need prescriptions, stop in and see me. If you aren't a current customer, we will help you fill out a new patient form, which takes less than 5 minutes. We have a lot of over-the-counter items and have vaccines. We are here 6 days a week and offer free delivery in Bloomfield and surrounding areas. I pride myself on professionalism and small-town customer service, and our pharmacy reflects those values. Stop in and see us at Wells Hometown Drug next to CarQuest in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Clay Collier gives way to Owen Bennett. He will be the new Mustang pitcher. He's been used sparingly this season as a pitcher, being kept exclusively in right field. And he's a good right fielder. This will be Bennett's, I believe this is Bennett's third appearance of the season. And what a situation he's put in. He'll face Mike Hudson with the bases loaded, nobody out. And a swing and a miss on a high heat for strike one. Hudson is 1 for 2 with a sacrifice, a run scored, and a stolen base. Wild pitch to the backstop. Eck comes in. He slides in with the 7th. Knoxville run on the wild pitch to make it 7-2. Runners advance to second and third. One on the count to the left-hander Hudson versus the left-hander Bennett. The pitch, outside corner, strike 2. Bennett looking to stop the bleeding, give the Mustangs a fighting chance. They still have 2 at-bats to try to get some work done, and that pitch is fouled away. And looks like that got a good piece of Kate Tharp. And so Bob Laughlin, the home plate umpire, will brush out the plate and give Tharp an extra moment or two to try to get himself together. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Mike Hudson. And now the pitch. Curveball, stays upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two runs already in for Knoxville here at the top of the 6th. They've extended their lead to 7-2, and that pitch is fouled away, and the battle continues between Bennett and Hudson. Knoxville scored a run at the top of the 2nd. Davis County answered with 2 in the bottom of the 2nd, but then it's been an all Knoxville since. They have scored 6 unanswered. Full count to Mike Hudson. Runners at second and third. Infield of the Mustangs remains in on the grass. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. And Hudson goes down swinging. That's a huge strikeout for Bennett. 1 out.
Now batting number 2, Ben Olson.
So Ben Olson has an RBI single in this game, a run scored, and he reaches for 1 and comes up empty for strike 1. He also walked in this game. Olson hit a homer in game 1 of our doubleheader, an opposite field shot. That brought Knoxville to within 1, but Davis County was able to prevail 4-3. The 0-1 fastball well outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Olson plans on going, not Olson, Bennett, who's on the mound, plans to go to William Penn University, and he fouls that pitch away. And he plans on playing baseball there. He's not the only athlete on Davis County's team that plans on becoming a statesman. Draven DeCry as well will be playing football for William Penn this upcoming fall. The 1-2 pitch, curveball, and good job by Tharp springing out of his stance to snag that high pitch. And it's 2-2. Bennett struck out a man a batter ago, and Bennett gets, beg your pardon, Olson gets a piece of that pitch to keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2, a drive out to center field. Norman drifting back, going back. He can't come up with it. It's up against the wall. Clark scores. Jones motoring around third. He'll score without a throw. It's a 2-run double for Ben Olson to make it 9-2 Knoxville. Norman looks like he looked like he got back there in plenty of time, but still wasn't able to come up with it. Caleb Striegel swings and misses for strike 1. So 4 runs get charged to Clay Collier. A chopper to third. Kramer drops it, throws a first, still not in time, and now the runner comes around the third to score. That's Olson, and taking second on the play is Striegel. So that makes it 10-2 Knoxville.
Now batting number 13, Carter Bailey.
So an error on Kramer, the third baseman. And here's Carter Bailey, strike 1. And now the 0-1. Fouled away, 0-2. Knoxville 10-25 on the season, 4-11 in South Central Conference play, and this has to feel good breaking out the bats like this. The 0-2, swing and a miss, and that will do it for Knoxville. But the damage is done as Knoxville pushes across 5 runs in the inning. Oh, it's just 2 outs. Got ahead of myself. So 2 outs with the runner at second. And Kyle Ramsey hits a liner that's caught by the shortstop, Trevor Slayton. And now the inning is over. 5 runs for Knoxville. And the lead has ballooned, and they now lead it 10-2 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
The busy farming season is here, and Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom application. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrient Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Davis County down big, 10-2 here in a nightcap for our doubleheader. Regular season finale here in Bloomfield. Next time we'll see Davis County will be next Tuesday in Donaldson. First pitch at 5, and they'll be taking on the winner of EBF and Albia. The first pitch to Nathan Smolik is fouled away for strike one.
Hitting for the Mustangs, number 14, Nathan Zamolik.
Eddyville and Albia will be knocking heads this upcoming Saturday in Eddyville to play for the right to face the Mustangs. And there's a pop-up to the third base side that looked like it was going to go out of play, but the wind pushed it back into the field, but the third baseman Olsen couldn't come up with it. Strike one. Oh, 2 to count to Nathan Smolik. And here it comes. Fastball outside, 1-2. That game next Tuesday the 16th will be on 104.3 KRKN. You'll be able to listen to it live on the radio. Hit high in the air on the infield, and the second baseman, Roberts, makes the catch, 1 out. We'll also have it available in video, but it'll be tape delayed. We can't do a live video broadcast once the postseason starts.
Now hitting number 23, Caleb Wagler.
Just one of those Iowa High School Athletic Association rules that we have to abide by. Here's Caleb Wagler. Check swing, and Bob Laughlin says he went around, strike one. Don't know if Striegel quite can finish things off, as that was pitch number 100. But he is finishing strong. That's strike two to Wagler. And now the pitch. Fastball high. Oh, the home plate umpire says it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Outside, 2-2. Oh, 3-1. It's 3-1 now. The one in the next pitch to Wagler, taken in the dirt, and Wagler walks. Wagler has a hit or run scored, and now a walk. And now Garl Norman will bat. Timeout called by head coach Todd White. Looks like we'll see a pitch hitter, or no, maybe a pinch runner for Wagler. Well, we'll see. .103 is the pitch count for Striegel. And we'll see if head coach Matt Miller says enough is enough for his senior right-hander. Pinch runner coming in for Wagler. Yeah, it's number 1. I don't have that on my roster. Dalton Townsend is the courtesy runner for Wagler, and looks like we'll have a different pitcher as well. Let's take a break for a pitching change. We'll be back to tell you about the new Knoxville Hurler on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
It's more than an education. It's more than a degree. William Penn University is alive with opportunity. Opportunity in a diverse student body. Opportunity in a staff that works with your budget. Opportunity in over 30 programs of study. Opportunity in a classroom where your voice is heard. Find your future and the opportunities waiting for you. Start your planning today at wmpenn.edu and see why William Penn University is alive with opportunity.
Whether you are a player, cheerleader, or coach, your friends at Petrita Orthodontics are cheering for you. We are proud of the students in our area and are happy to support them in their school activities. We want to see you smile on and off the field. If you or your child are in need of orthodontic care, call us for a free no-obligation appointment. We have many different options available to help your child's bite and smile. Call us today at Petrita Orthodontics in Ottumwa and Oskaloosa. We look forward to making you smile.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Caleb Striegel gives way to Blaze Hubler, who's the new pitcher in. One out of the inning with a runner at first. That's Dalton Townsend. Pitch inside to Garl Norman for ball one. Blaze Hubler is a junior, a right-hander. He comes in relief of Caleb Striegel, who was very good today. 5 1/3 innings pitch, allowing just 2 runs, both of them earned on 5 hits. He walked 3 while striking out 8. 1-0, fired high, and actually Norman had to duck out of the way. It's 2-0. Townsend walks out his lead at first. The 2-0. Taking all the way, 3 balls and no strikes. Norman knows the situation. And he's going to force Hubler to throw at least 1 strike. And he cannot. It's a 4-pitch walk to Garl Norman, and they have 2 on with 1 out as we go back to the top of the order.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 12, Owen Bennett.
So now Owen Bennett bats. And the first pitch is a fastball high and away, 1-0. And now the 1-0. Strike taken, and it's 1-1. And here comes the 1-1 pitch from Hubler. Over but low, 2-1. Give the Mustangs credit, even though they're down big. Not one is seated in the dugout. All of them are standing up on the fence, cheering on Bennett. The 2-1. High, 3-1. Hubler having trouble throwing strikes. Makes you wonder how long Matt Miller, head coach of Knoxville, will stick with his junior left-hander. As he has 1 walk already, make it 2. Walks have loaded the bases for Trevor Slayton.
Now hitting for the Mustangs, number 9, Trevor Slayton.
Slayton walked his last time up. He also has a ground out and a line out. The hardest ball he's hit in this game was the first inning, where he hit a bullet to the right fielder, Hudson. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Mustangs senior, and the pitch. High for ball 1. And now the 1-0. Over but low, 2-0. And the longer Hubler shows that he can't throw strikes, the more interesting this bottom of the 6th becomes. Roberts, the first baseman, comes in. I beg your pardon, the second baseman comes in to talk to Hubler. Two-out to count to Slayton. driven out to left field, but right at the left fielder Clark. Townsend tags, comes in to score. It is a sacrifice fly for Slayton to make it 10-3, and there are 2 outs in the inning. Slayton's hitting some bad luck in this game.
Up next to the Mustangs, number 16, Cade Tharp.
Another ball that he hit on the screws, but right to the left fielder Clark. Ball 1 to Tharp. And he bats with runners at first and second and 2 outs. The 1-0. Hit off the end of the bat, dribble to second. He'll shovel to second for the out. Roberts to Jones, and the side is retired. Davis County does score a run on no hits, no errors, and 2 men left. We'll head to the 7th. Knoxville leads at 10-3 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Karsten. And I'm Callie. And we are the Neebs Girls. We would like to personally invite you to our parents' new store on the south side of the square in Bloomfield. Stop in and have them make you a custom shirt, hat, banner, sign, or even your school mascot. They stay open late on Thursdays until 7. We hope to see you soon. Neebs Graphics, making you stand out.
Neebs Graphics on the south side of the Bloomfield Square.
John at Collision Corner knows that when you get in an accident and need some work done on your vehicle, you want the process to go smooth and easy. That's why Collision Corner is your best choice. John is a preferred body shop, which means he can work directly with your insurance company. He will handle the claim from start to finish. Collision Corner knows you need your car back as soon as possible, and they will also pick it up and deliver it to you for free. When you have an accident, call John and his team at Collision Corner in Bloomfield, and don't forget to like them on Facebook.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Knoxville up 10-3 as we welcome you back to Bloomfield. Regular season finale and the nightcap of our doubleheader. Davis County won game 1, 4-3. However, they're on the short end of a 10-3 Knoxville lead here in game 2. Owen Bennett looking to finish the game off on the pitching side for the Mustangs and give his team a chance in the bottom of the 6th, or bottom of the 7th, I should say. He will face the bottom 3rd of the Knoxville order, starting with R.J. Roberts, the second baseman. Bennett with a wind, and he comes home with the first pitch, and Roberts takes it for strike 1. And now the 1-0, or the 0-1. Fastball outside, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Spoke about Davis County's postseason. Knoxville is in Class 3A. And the 1-1 pitch is taken high for ball 2. I'm going to ask somebody where Alaman is because I have no idea, or I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but that's where Knoxville is going for their district tournament. It's high, and that's 3-1. Knoxville will be playing North Polk in the first round of the district tournament. That is a week from Friday. And if they win that, they'll take on the winner of Carlisle Norwalk, ball 4. And it's a leadoff walk to Roberts. So that's Knoxville's postseason, the way it looks anyway.
Now batting number 5, Evan Eck.
And while this is the regular season finale for Davis County. That's not the case for Knoxville. Eck looks at a pitch upstairs. It gets away from Tharp, and going to second on the play is Roberts. tomorrow, Knoxville will be playing in Mount Pleasant. That has to be quite a drive from Knoxville to Mount Pleasant. That is a trip. The 1-0 is in there, and it's 1-1. And then on Friday, they'll be in Indianola, and they're being road warriors this week. That pitch is high for ball two. And then they'll wrap things up at Dowling Catholic a week from Tuesday, or next Tuesday, I should say. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Runner at second, nobody out. Knoxville up 10-3. And Evan Eck looks out to Bennett, who comes home with the 2-2 pitch, fouled off at the plate. And the reason why Knoxville has to play so many games during this week is, one, it's a conference game, and officials are dead set to get those conference games in at the very least. And two, Mother Nature just hasn't cooperated for Davis County and Knoxville. This game has been moved back twice. They originally were supposed to play on June the 7th, as Eck had to go get another bat. I don't think I've ever seen a broken bat in high school baseball anyway, but we just had one. The 2-2 pitch to Eck. And that's a dribbler foul to the third base side. Count remains a 2-2 to Eck. So the 7th of June was the first time these two were supposed to have the doubleheader. That got rained out. That got moved to the 28th of June. And, of course, Mother Nature said, nah, we're not going to do it that day either. That's taken for a ball, and it's a full count. And now, finally, on the 10th day of July, in the year of our Lord, 2019, Mother Nature has decided to cooperate and let this game be played, doubleheader be played, as X strikes out swinging. So Blaze Hubler will be the batter. Hubler bats for the first time, and he hits a grounder this first. And a shovel pass from Wagler to the covering Bennett. Good hustle by Bennett covering first. 3-1 on the putout, 2 outs in the inning, and Roberts goes to third on the play. We'll go back to the top of the order, and Colton Jones, the junior, has one hit on 2 trips. He also has 3 runs scored in this game. Grounder to Slayton. A bad hop off the glove of Slayton. That's a single for Jones. That was a terrible hop that Slayton got. A run scores to make it 11-3. And Jones will have himself an RBI. Hudson fouls out the first pitch. And the count is no balls and 1 strike. And now the 0-1. A chopper to second. DeCry stays down on it, throws to first, and the inning is over. Knoxville does add a run on a hit. And we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. Last chance coming up for Davis County. They trail at 11-3 on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
Take summer by storm on a new Polaris. Right now, the world's best-selling off-road lineup is priced to move. Get more done with a hardworking Ranger. Chase adventure on a legendary Sportsman. Or live wide open in a high-performance Razor. Rebates up to $2,000 are available now during the Polaris Summer Sales Event.
Slayton Polaris. Stop in and see Tim or Dean today for a great deal on a new Polaris.
Hi, this is Chris Ledke, owner of Pulaski Lumber. I would like to personally invite you to see our updated inventory. We have a nice selection of tools, plumbing, flooring, tile, accessories, and as always, we can order in anything you might need. Josh is also available to offer you professional 3D drawings to design your new home, deck, or addition. We don't charge huge architect fees, but are confident you will be happy with our work. We look forward to meeting you at Pulaski Lumber, your start-to-finish lumberyard.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
And we have reached the bottom of the 7th here in Bloomfield. Nightcap of the doubleheader has gone all the way of Knoxville. Davis County had a 2-1 lead. And since then, Knoxville scored 8 unanswered to take control of this game. Aided greatly by some shaky Mustang defense, pitch high and inside for ball 1 to Draven DeCry, leading things off in the bottom of the 7th. DeCry, Collier, and Kramer popped up on the infield, and the shortstop Jones snags it for out number 1. Now, see, I respect that. The umpire, he saying to my son, "Attaboy, Kojo." There you go. As he picked up the ball. First pitch swinging for Collier. Back to the mound. Hubler steps and throws. 2 outs. Isaac Kramer represents the final chance for Davis County in this ball game.
Now hitting number 17, Isaac Kramer.
So Isaac Kramer, the senior, might be batting for the last time here at the Davis County Fairgrounds. Hubler winds and delivers. That's outside for ball 1. And now the 1-0, strike 1. And as this game winds down, this will be our last time here in Bloomfield. I'd like to thank the good people of Davis County High School for taking care of us during the course of this season. 2-1, the count to Isaac Kramer. And football head coach and athletic director Ken Anderson has been nothing but classy, allowing me to rag on him for the course of an entire season. And he'll have a break for a month, maybe a month and a half before I'm in his hair during football season, as we get set to do it again. Should be a fun year. The 3-2 is a swing and a miss, and that will do it as Kramer goes down swinging to end the game. So Knoxville wins game 2 of the doubleheader by the final score of 11-3. And it was all Panthers here in game 2. So the two teams will line up and shake hands. Knoxville headed to the districts in Alleman, while Davis County will be in Donaldson coming up on Tuesday. We'll take a break. We'll give you the totals of tonight's game as Davis County falls to Knoxville in the nightcap, 11-3 on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.
Nothing says summer like hitting the open road. Get your vehicle summer driving ready. Cruising to work with the windows open and the convertible top down, going to the local fairs, or taking your much-needed holiday on the open road. Ray's Rapid Lube and Car Wash can get your car summer driving ready. Oil changes to the touchless car wash. Quick car wash to the super car wash. Ray fits in your budget so you can put more in your tank. Ray's Rapid Lube, 301 North Madison in Ottumwa. Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. The busy farming season is here, and Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield is the best place to go for all your seed and fertilizer needs. They're focused on one thing and one thing only, providing their customers with the best products and services to grow the best crops possible. Farmers, call them today for liquid and dry fertilizers, starters, small seed, and corn and soybean seed. They also offer crop protection chemicals and custom applications. See why other area farmers are turning to Bob Lawson and the staff at Nutrien Ag Solutions in Bloomfield, where results in your field are always their first concern.
Hi, this is Kendall with Citizens Mutual. It's a busy time of the year, so we want you to save as much time as possible. Whether you need internet, TV, or phone service, we can handle all of them for you. We also have a great selection of TVs ranging from 32 to 65 inch, as well as appliances. Stop in today, and remember, Citizens Mutual is owned and operated by its customers. So when you walk in the door, we don't just treat you like a customer, we treat you like you're the boss, because you are. We're looking forward to seeing you at Citizens Mutual, just off the square in Bloomfield.
Keith's Foods in Bloomfield has been serving the Bloomfield area since 1969 with quality cut steaks, ripe seasonal produce, scrumptious bakery cakes and sweets, fresh dairy products, and of course, tasty smoked meats. We also have available hunting licenses, stamps, money orders, and gift cards too. Open till 9 p.m. every day. We pride ourselves in providing small town service in a big way while keeping up with trends and latest items across the country. Yes, Keith's Foods is your hometown grocery store and so much more. Keith's Foods, where we always take your groceries out to your car. Proud supporter of the Davis County Mustangs.
Are you installing a new septic system? The man to call is Jody at Geotech Sand and Stone. They have state-certified septic sand, as well as top-quality black dirt, fill sand, and washed gravel for landscaping. They also have large rocks to add to your landscaping. Geotech Sand and Stone has very competitive prices. Stop out and get a load, or have one of their contractors haul it for you. Call Jody today for more information at 799-1235. That's 799-1235. Geotech Sand and Stone, 3 miles west of Eldon on River Road. Attention Southern Iowa, do you need a better night's sleep? Maybe it's time to get a new mattress. Dixon's Mattress Outlet in Bloomfield has the most competitive prices on new mattresses in all different sizes. Darren sells camper mattresses, commercial bedding, rollaways, special order sizes, bed frames, and mattress protectors. Call Darren today and he'll meet you at the warehouse. Dixon's Mattress Outlet, 641-664-3060. That's 664-3060.
If you've been looking to take your nursing career to the next level, William Penn University is ready to help. With the RN to BSN program, you could have your degree in as little as 17 months. You'll find individualized attention from professors that care about your success. William Penn wants to see each and every student succeed in their education and life. That's why our advisors work with you to provide affordable tuition. Visit wmpenn.edu today to learn more and enroll.
You're watching live coverage of the Davis County Mustangs on the Atomo Radio Sports Network.
The Mustangs fall in Game 2 of our doubleheader in the regular season finale by the final score of 11-3 here in Bloomfield. You're listening to the Northside Insurance postgame show. Quote to claim your friends at Northside Insurance take care of you. Knoxville took a quick 2-0 lead, and they actually, Davis County scored 2 in the bottom of the second to take a 2-1 lead, and then Knoxville ended up scoring 9 unanswered runs, and they led it 10-2. Davis County scored a run in the 6th, and Knoxville answered with 1 in the 7th, and that is the 11-5 score. That tells the tale of the 11-5 score. Caleb Wagler started the game, and he pitched okay at times. He pitched 4 2/3 innings, allowing 5 runs, 2 of them earned on 3 hits. He walked 5 while striking out 6. And a nice picture there as you see the 8 Davis County seniors that are taking a picture at the backstop, and that's Logan Hale, Isaac Kramer, Garl Norman, Draven DeCry, Nathan Smolek, Owen Bennett, Trevor Slayton, and Kate Tharp posing for a picture from for a couple of Mustang moms that would like to commemorate the final home game for those 8 seniors. Knoxville had 11 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 5 men left on base. Davis County 3 runs on 5 hits, 4 errors with 9 men left on, and it was a game where Davis County had 4 errors, but they made a lot of mental mistakes. And honestly, it might have been the case of playing the 5th game in 3 days, finally catching up the Mustangs, and they'll look to get plenty of rest before the postseason starts out in Donaldson for them. So the time of the game was, let's see, if the game starts 7:36. Sorry to do this math while I'm on the air with you, but that'll be 1 hour, and see, we have ourselves an hour and 46 minutes as the time of the game. And it was much more pleasant game than much more pleasant weather-wise than yesterday. And but Davis County falls 11-3 and the nightcap of the doubleheader. So now we have reached a point to give you the Needs Graphics Player of the Game, thinking them first for your custom-made shirts, hats, banners, and much more. Stopping to see Kylie today on the south side of the Bloomfield Square. Davis County had 5 hits in Game 2, 2 of which were by Garl Norman. He had an RBI double, a run scored, a single, and a stolen base, as well as a walk. So he was 2 for 2 with an RBI, a run scored, and a stolen base. So Garl Norman is our Neebs Graphics Player of the Game here in our regular season finale. So that's going to do it for us in the regular season here at Bloomfield. We would once again like to thank the good people of Davis County High School, the athletic director, Ken Anderson, the superintendent, Dan Mater, the head coach of Davis County, Todd White, the assistant coaches, Bryce Vineyard and Joel Bruce, and all of the Davis County players for making us feel welcome and giving us the opportunity to bring you Davis County baseball over the course of this entire regular season. These kids are awesome, and we wish them nothing but the best as they head into the postseason. Speaking of which, that will be our next broadcast. We will be with you on Tuesday from Donaldson with the first pitch scheduled to start at 5 from Central Lee High School. And Davis County Mustangs will be taking on the winner of Abbeville, Blakesburg, Fremont, and Albia with the first pitch scheduled for 5 in the afternoon. And we look forward to having you join us then. So once again, our final score from here in Bloomfield. In Game 2 of the doubleheader, Davis County won Game 1 4-3, but they dropped Game 2 11-3 to the Knoxville Panthers. So until next Tuesday, for Corey Finch, our producer, this is Ellis Kojo saying so long from Bloomfield. You've been watching Davis County Baseball on the Ottumwa Radio Sports Network.